What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the In the Round podcast. You got Matt and Tyler, episode 2 of the quarantine sessions going on here in Nashville, Tennessee.
What's up, everybody?
It is crazy. So you got Matt and Tyler here, and we got a jar of Buc-ee's Beaver Nuggets, milk chocolate covered. We got 2 bottles.
Still wearing our green Good as Gold Buc-ee shirts.
Yeah, and we've got some Kentucky bourbon here, and we've got with us today one of our good buddies, a guy that we've become really good friends with. It's our boy Clayton Shay, and he is all quarantined up wearing his Jack Daniels bandana.
Man,
dude, what the fuck is going on right now?
It's craziness out there, bro. I'm telling you, like, I haven't been to the stores since like all the craziness hit, but I went a week and a half ago. I was telling you, Tyler, and I swear all of Vanderbilt was there. Yeah. Buying up TP, cold medicine. They were limiting 5 to each person, and I was like, all right, this is going to get worse. So I was just like,
well, here's the thing. Like, this is the weird part is I just got back like at midnight from Houston. So like, 13 hours off the plane, almost 14 right now.
Yep.
And like in Houston, of course, like the first like couple of days, like, yeah, it was huge, but me and my girlfriend had to go like the last 2 days I was there. So it was like Saturday and Sunday when you think it'd be like mega busy, but it wasn't. Like we literally like didn't have to wait in the line or anything. We got whatever we wanted. Now I will say it was kind of weird. Houston has some priorities, obviously.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff was gone. They hadn't like restocked yet. But the stuff that was there, all the stuff that was there, was all the organic stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, we tried to get mac and
down here in Texas.
We tried to get mac and cheese, but it was only like the Annie's organic. And like all the like sauces were like organic sauces because we made pasta that night. And all the pasta was organic pasta. Like it was all the organic shit that was left. Man. And it was like, during this time when we're in a like public health crisis, I think the organic stuff would be like what you want to buy.
But you go up to like the Northwest, like Seattle, where all the hipsters are, all that organic shit's going, I bet.
Everything's gone. They're getting hit the hardest.
Also, the only cheese, this was hilarious. The only cheese that was left was Kraft Singles because they just have a shit ton of them.
Oh, yeah.
And Swiss cheese. Swiss.
What do they got? What problem do they have with Swiss cheese?
I don't know. I love Swiss cheese.
Got too many holes in it, dude. That's just it.
I like it. This cheese ain't full cheese. This got holes in it, man. It's going to get the corona in us.
Oh, man.
Well, hot damn, son of a gun.
So you're getting to you, Clayton.
Yeah.
So you've been here in Nashville for how long?
Coming up on, what's today? What's the date today? It's almost exactly 2 years today.
March 17th. Happy St. Patty's Day, bud.
11 days, it'll be 2 years for me.
Cue the bagpipes for Matt.
Hell yeah, dude. Congratulations. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And you're originally from Illinois?
That's right. Central Illinois. Yep.
Hell yeah. Now, Illinois.
What town?
You wouldn't know. It's Canton is where I'm from, but it's Peoria area. It's like the biggest town.
Yeah, Peoria's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So Illinois, a lot of people, there's a lot of country coming out of Illinois. And there's a lot of people think Illinois, Chicago, this, that. But like it gets pretty country up in Illinois.
Dude, you go an hour and a half south of Chicago, it's all cornfields. I mean, and I love my people back in Illinois, but there's nothing up there in Illinois, so everyone wants to get out, I feel like.
What you do have, though, is Casey's.
That's right, Casey's Pizza.
Dude, Casey's
great.
Breakfast
Oh,
pizza.
my God, dude.
I love it.
You dip it in the syrup.
We haven't done that yet.
I haven't done the syrup. But, dude, so you moved down here. I'm guessing you were doing the music thing up there in Illinois?
Yeah, so I'll give you, like, the quick, kind of broken down story, because it's a long story. So I was in a band up in Illinois for a while, the Clayton Shay band, and we played clubs all over Illinois. I was in one particular house band there in Bloomington where I went to school, and I opened for this band called Blackjack Billy.
Oh, hell yeah.
And they were awesome, and I was talking with the guitar player afterwards, and Angel Eyes by Love and Theft is playing over the speakers, and I was singing it, and he's like, you like that song? I was like, yeah, I love it. It's a great song. He's like, I wrote that. And I was like, you're a liar. Get out of here. And he's like, no, Google it. And so I Googled it, and sure enough, he wrote it. And I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. So I hung out with him, kept in contact over the next couple of years, came down to Nashville, had a beer with him here and there. And the time came when I was moving down, and I hit him up. I was like, hey, dude, I'm moving down. Let's grab a beer. He's like, actually, you hit me up at a really good time. We need a bass player. I know you don't play bass. I was a front man at the time. Couldn't sing harmonies, couldn't play bass. And he's like, we can get you there. So I had basically a month and a half from the time I moved here till we were opening for Midland and Denver and I had to learn how to play bass for a touring national act and sing harmonies.
Jeez.
So yeah, needless to say, when that time came around, I was shaking in my boots. It was 3,000 people out in Denver, and I was not ready by any means, but we made it work. So and since then I've been playing with them, but yeah, it's been a great experience playing with those guys. Learned a lot about the road life. We played Canada a lot. We get some really big shows up there. Played Boots and Hearts in Ontario 2 years ago to 20,000 people.
I hear that Boots and Hearts is like we got big festivals here in the States, but like you go to Boots and Hearts, it's another level.
It's
of
amazing, bro. It's like
nuts.
What's the one here that we can compare it to? Country Thunder that goes around.
Yeah.
It's like that for
What's that
Canada.
up in Wisconsin?
Yeah, they have a bunch of them all over, but Wisconsin's a really big one.
Yeah, that's like where it originated, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it's a lot of fun. But getting back to my thing, I'm trying to put more eggs in different baskets. I'm trying to do the bass thing, the songwriter thing, the artist thing. So, kind of where I'm shifting towards now is more of my own artistry too.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, hell yeah, dude.
Been writing my ass off. I've written a lot since I've been in town. So
I think like if anything that like this quarantine and everything has shown us is like people that rely on our income from the road or from the bars or anything like that. It's like, hey, you really need to like make yourself more diverse.
Yep.
Because
100%.
If you're kind of putting all your eggs in one industry, like you're not making money right now,
dude. And think about this too. This might be kind of like my far out thinking, but like, what if this is a glimpse at what the future of music is? What if it isn't live concerts out and when there's thousands of people? What if it's the big names like the Kane Browns, the Keith Urbans, the Eric Churches? What if they're all in-house live streaming and that's where your audience is? Like this could be that's what it could be moving towards too. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. You never know, and it's good to just be prepared and whatnot. So with your artistry stuff going on right now, and you played a bunch of our writers rounds, and like you're a guy that we love going out and seeing in Midtown or wherever you're playing with the writers rounds and whatnot.
Thank you.
When exactly was that shift made? I had no idea about the Blackjack Billy stuff. By the way, that's pretty freaking dope. Cause I got to see those guys up in Jersey, and they put on a show. Like y'all,
yeah, dude. That's our first of all. On that note, that's our biggest emphasis is trying to have more fun than the audience. We try to bring so much energy that if we can try to have more fun than them, then it's going to be contagious. No pun intended. but yeah, so the artistry thing, I've always had that in my sights. I just didn't put a lot of emphasis on it when I first moved here because so much was placed on Blackjack Billy.
Yeah,
it got placed on the back burner kind of, but I'd say about honestly February of last year is my first writers round I ever played.
Really?
Yeah, a Doghouse. Chris Young was sitting there. I was like, dude, I was so nervous. Like I played in front, like I said, in front of 20,000 people. Not even close to as nervous as I was for that writers round.
Well, when you're by yourself, just playing
it's
your
so vulnerable,
songs,
man.
Yeah, no, it is a very vulnerable spot to be in.
Yeah. So and especially with like a bunch of other fellow writers there who are all really good at what they do, and you're like putting your thing out there. It's like, here's something I made. Do y'all like it? Like,
yeah.
Something about that's so vulnerable.
Yeah, you're not playing to just normal consumers. You're playing to people. This is their shit. Yeah. This is what they do. Yep. Like they're creators as well when it comes
100%.
to music and whatnot.
And it's not playing, number one songs that everyone likes either. So, yeah.
Not at all, dude. No, and it's a real grind, especially doing it independently right now. Like there's a grind to it and whatnot, man. But yeah, man, it's just crazy times right now that we're all kind of living in, dude.
Yeah, dude. And it's there's a lot of people out there that are conspiracy theorists and that take this thing. We're talking about the coronavirus now. They take this thing way too far. But like I was telling y'all before we started, there's a certain level of responsibility that every person has right now because it is a serious thing. Not necessarily for us at the age we're at, but people 60 plus, those people are in danger for sure. So
absolutely,
everyone needs to do their part to help kill this thing and just put an end to it so we can go back to our lives.
Yeah, dude. And to think in the span of 2 weeks, freaking tornado comes, messes shit up in town.
I got poison ivy.
Yeah, you got poison.
I didn't tell y'all about that.
Really?
I got sleeves on.
How the hell that happened?
Well, from helping out with the tornado, I didn't get it nearly as bad as my buddy did who was with me, but we were like moving big ass logs and trees.
Yeah, out east, right?
Yeah, I was up in Mount Juliet.
Oh, geez. What was it like out there? I didn't make it out to Mount Juliet.
Just, dude, the area I went in, honestly, like I didn't see any houses hit. I just saw trees everywhere. Like I don't know how the trees missed the houses, but like this dude's backyard, if you can imagine your backyard, just stacked with trees, full ass trees, man. And we were just sitting there with chainsaws, carrying.
So I'm from like the Gulf Coast area, so we had like Hurricane Ivan.
Yeah?
We had Hurricane Ivan, and we stayed in Uncle's house, a great uncle's house of ours, and he had like, I don't know, probably 1,000 trees in his backyard of pine trees.
Yeah.
Pine trees. And, pine trees aren't, like, their roots don't grow very deep. They're very, like, they can get twisted. And honestly, like, if the wind blows when they're growing, like, hard, you can actually tell the ones that went through, like, a hurricane or a tornado or something that survived because they bend.
Yeah.
They actually, like, bend in their way they grow and stuff.
Oh, that's cool, man.
But, yeah, I think there's, like, 2 trees standing after.
Yeah.
And, like, there was a old oak tree that, like, I think it was my, like, great-great-aunt or an uncle, like, put in their yard that, like, it fell during, it was over 100 years old. Like, it's
crazy what these storms can do. And this was my first time seeing a tornado. I had never seen a tornado like that. I know in Illinois, y'all get them. 'Cause I was talking with Garrett, who's a good mutual friend of ours, and I was calling him like, bro, like you're used to this shit. What do I do? He's like, oh man, just hunker down, like just be
that's
ready.
The thing, man. Like, if it decides to hit where you're at, there's not a lot you can do. No. Like, you can get as safe as you can, get in, your tub or something. But like, I went to Donaldson the next day, and there was whole neighborhoods just leveled.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Like, I'm talking like there's Donaldson Christian Academy, DCA over there.
Yeah, dude.
That's the area I was in, and I was about 3 football fields away helping carry shit. And I saw a gymnasium door handle, like the push door handles, in this yard, 300 yards away.
Papers, like files of like attendance found all the way out in like East Tennessee past Knoxville.
God, that's so wild,
just
man.
The fact that how crazy these storms and stuff get, dude.
They just got sucked up and like carried.
It's wild. But what I'm impressed with though, after seeing that, how everybody comes together and helps.
Unreal,
and like
man.
the community of people coming from all over, people coming from counties away to come out and help out, and people that are big like emergency services and like relief people that do this for a living, where they go and help out with natural disasters, being like Nashville has their shit together. Like the fact that everybody's out there with those chainsaws.
Well,
everybody's
think
out
about
there
this
getting
too.
after it.
A lot of the people here in Nashville are small town guys, you know, like Garrett and I, like you mentioned. And that's the small town mentality, is when your neighbor needs your help, you help your neighbor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you take Nashville, it's just, my opinion, a conglomeration of just a bunch of small town people smashed into a city.
It's the biggest small town in America.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it really is.
So I guess I can't speak for the people coming in from outside, but they probably just see the response from within, and they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. I want to get involved. So that's probably what
It's
happened.
also something that's contagious, you know, like whether it's for the right reason or not. Like, you know, if me and you are helping out and Matt knows that we are, like, Matt's probably going to go help out.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Yeah, and there were a lot of groups of buddies that were out there and stuff. So 2020 is off to a hell of a start, huh?
It's testing me already, bro.
So we'll rewind now. Go back to 2019. What was that year like for you as a writer, doing the bass thing, going into the artist thing?
That was a lot of self-discovery, honestly, because I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't. I mean, we're all still kind of figuring out what we're doing. So 2018 was pretty tour heavy with Blackjack Billy. I'm going to be straight up. Like, our touring is not close to as heavy as it used to be back in the day. Probably when you saw them, it's not even close to as heavy. So we're just playing the shows that are fun, the shows that are bigger, you know, the ones that are lucrative, kind of, the ones that we have fun doing.
The ones that are worth it.
Yeah. So 2019 was a little slower than 2018. 2020 is a little slower. I'm going to do that thing. I'm going to do Blackjack Billy as long as they'll have me, as long as we're touring.
Those are good fucking dudes.
Man, they're awesome. I love those dudes like brothers. We have fun. We get along on the road. That's major in itself.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You guys know.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to do those shows as long as they pan out. I hope they never end, but everything comes to an end at some point.
Yeah.
So I'm just, like I said, putting my eggs in lots of baskets. So 2019, as you asked, was a learning thing for me, because I had just moved here 2018. Toured all through the summer into the fall hit, and I didn't know what the dead season was. I didn't know that existed. So that hit, and I was like, whoa, what's happening here? No tourists, no money. Like, so I had to learn that.
Yeah, that's a rough time here.
So 2019, I was going in like guns blazing, like, all right, we're going to do this different. So 2020, still learning. I'm writing a lot, getting better writes, getting better songs. So, yeah, I'm excited for the future.
Yeah, dude, it's just the grind. And that's what this town is, the town of hustlers.
That's
it's a
right,
town
man.
of people. Like, if you're not out there grinding, it ain't going to happen. Like, you got
It's kind of weird right now to see like a town of hustlers. Like, it's going to be weird to see in like a week or two, like, what comes out of this town with everything closed.
You're going to learn who the hustlers are right now more than ever. I'm sure of it, because all of us musicians aren't making anything. We have to have shows to make money, you know. So the live shows, that was one of the first things I thought of. I was like, we got to start doing live shows, and hoping, you know, in times like this, people probably aren't going to be super generous with their money. They're not going to be like, oh, let me throw this musician $100.
Yeah,
you know?
for real.
But you got to do something, and it's exposure. Everyone's on social media right now. Everyone's hunkered down, so it's like, why not do it? Even if you don't make any money, you're gonna be making more money than you would have if you did nothing. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be. I don't know if you know Upstar Music.
Oh yeah,
Shout out Upstar. I'm gonna be doing one of their
old Shoemaker.
Yeah,
those are our
man.
boys up there. We love those guys.
He's doing some great stuff.
He really
man.
is, man.
Yeah.
And for him to be doing it from where he's doing it up in upstate New York, and not even getting, I mean, the fact that the groundwork's being laid down here in Nashville right now, and you're seeing Upstart hats, Upstart stickers, people are really getting on with the program. It's really cool, and I'm proud of that guy and proud to call him a buddy. That's
100%,
awesome.
man.
So what were you saying? You're going to be doing one of those shows?
I'm going to be doing one of the, I forget what my slot is now, but here, I can pull it up. But he's doing this like series of like the Upstar couch concert series thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think mine is, I'm pulling it up here.
And there's a lot of you guys and girls that are doing that, that are in our friend group, and like people that we
641's
enjoy.
doing it, Garrett's doing it.
Yep.
You know, there's a bunch of people. The 25th, so next Wednesday at 9 p.m. I'll be doing mine.
Oh
so.
yeah,
That's awesome.
And I'm going to be doing other ones myself too, just on my own. But, you know, I'm just trying to fill my time up so that like I was telling you outside, like, so I don't look back on this period of quarantine as, well, I just sat on the couch and played 1,000 hours of Call of Duty, like, because that's what I've been doing so far.
That's what everybody's been doing.
It was great for me because the new MLB game came out today. So like I was already like, dang, because I was in Texas till last night. We were supposed to be leaving on the road today. So like I was sitting there, I was like, dang, I'm gonna be like a week behind everybody on this game.
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. There's been a lot. My sleep schedule's totally messed up.
I just downloaded it last night. It took 20-something hours.
I believe it.
Yeah, I just downloaded it this morning.
It's so much fun, man. You guys are gonna love it.
Oh, dude, I'm excited because that's what Ethan and Coda like. And
it's cross-platform, so like we can all.
Yep.
Because me and Matt are PlayStation guys because of the baseball games.
Same.
Yeah.
I mean, not because of baseball, but just I like PlayStation.
Well,
better.
also like all the the ones that are just PlayStation, like the. Did you ever play Days Gone? Mm-mm. Dude, that's a hell of a game. It's like a zombie game.
I like the PlayStation controller better.
Me too.
I just do, and I grew up. I had a PS2 before I had an Xbox 360.
I had a PS1,
See, I had an
bro.
Xbox. I had an original Xbox, and then I had an Xbox 360 along with like a GameCube, and then like I finally got a PlayStation 2, and then I got a PlayStation 3 along with my 360 also. Yeah. But like I grew up like a Nintendo actually. Nintendo was like my thing. My first thing was a 64
dude.
and a Game Boy.
Oh, dude, throwing it back a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Like a 64, like, I'm not sure how old you are, but like, I remember when those things came out, like they were all the rage, and like I begged.
My first system was the GameCube. That was the first one I got introduced to. So I was playing like Monkey Ball and like fucking Luigi's Mansion, Super Mario Super Sunshine or whatever it was.
See,
like,
I was like on the like GoldenEye 007.
That's my shit. Right there.
Dude, and like the Mario Kart 64, the original Smash Bros.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like, dude, all that kind of stuff.
64 is the best.
Before even that, I had a Game Boy Pocket, which was before the Game Boy Color.
Oh, you're one of those fancy guys.
What the hell is the Game Boy Pocket?
So the Game Boy Pocket was the first. So
how big was it compared to like this?
It was like the size of your phone.
Yeah.
You see, holy shit!
Like maybe a little bit wider and a little bit thicker, but it was the first like truly like because the Game Boy was bigger.
Yeah,
like this was supposed to be able to fit just in your pocket and be able to go, and it was the first one that could like do that.
Yeah,
and so like I grew up like obviously like Pokemon was the big thing,
baby. Oh yeah,
dude, what was your first
Digimon.
What was your first Pokemon game, Tyler?
Yellow.
What would yours be?
the cards, man. Like the
Yeah.
Oh, so you were big in the
cards.
cards.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was big in the cards too.
I didn't actually know what I was doing with them. I just wanted them. I just
Yeah.
collected as many as I could,
Yeah.
man.
Dude, I used to like compete with that stuff, and I remember.
Oh, you were a card gamer.
Oh yeah, dude, I
Yeah.
loved it. Like I
Shit.
loved Pokemon because my parents would never let me get into like Yu-Gi-Oh because they thought it was like the devil.
Demonic.
Oh, because
Yeah,
of like
same.
Exodus and like this and
yeah.
that. See,
Same.
I was Yu-Gi-Oh. I never got
See,
into
I
Pokemon.
love Yu-Gi-Oh. I
collected
watched
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh all the time, like behind my parents' back.
You little rebel, you.
But like,
You're
you
a
know,
bad
like my
kid.
parents would never let me collect the cards. Like I bought one deck and my grandma saw it and she like tried to perform an exorcist.
The
Power of Christ compels you.
And I,
It's not that compelling.
and I love your Mother Teresa and everybody over there, but I just pictured the scene in The Water Boy where it's like, there's a big Mickey Mouse question.
Oh,
The
that's
devil.
pretty much it.
Yu-Gi-Oh card. That's the devil. That's the devil.
Yeah.
Like, I just,
pretty much it. But no, so like Pokemon was my thing. But like I remember I was on a school field trip one time, and I threw away I had like a bag lunch, and I threw away my bag lunch, and I accidentally threw away like a championship winning deck,
No.
and that's when I got out.
Yeah,
You were
that's
like,
a
this
good
ain't meant
reason.
But it was still
Yeah.
like 8th or 9th. Like
That's a good reason.
it was
though.
like 6th or 7th grade.
Yeah.
7th or 8th, like somewhere in there. So like it was still like I was a little bit older. Like I was still like going down and competing.
Yeah,
man.
Game Boy Pocket, I didn't know existed. I got into
It was before the Game Boy Color.
I got into it with the Game Boy Advance. The Game Boy Advance was my first.
Yeah,
Then
there
you
was
had
like
that-
You
three of them.
millennial.
Yeah, then
You
you had-
millennial.
yeah,
You.
then you had that
Freaking
little-
young buck.
Yeah, how old are
I'm
you?
younger
again?
than both y'all. I'm going to be 27 this year, July.
Okay.
I'm 27.
I just
Are you?
yeah,
Yeah.
and I just turned 25.
Oh, really?
He's the
Yeah,
youngest.
that's why I'm
Yeah.
dating myself. I'm a little baby in the grand
Yeah,
scheme. of
you
things.
are.
Game Boy or GameCube was my first system.
Yeah,
Video
I
games
was
were fun,
Nintendo
dude.
What happened to
64.
GameCube?
I don't
Dude.
know. We still have one. I
Do you
think.
really?
I think
Dude,
we
I
still have
loved
one.
GameCube. Actually, out of that whole generation of consoles, my favorite games were on GameCube.
I didn't even really like the games. I just liked the idea of the GameCube itself more than anything. I was like, that
Yeah.
thing is
Could
cool, man.
Could you imagine Smash online? Like that Smash Bros. Like Smash Bros.
Nintendo,
online.
dude. You gotta get on that shit.
Patent it right there.
Dude, that's what we.
Shout out
That's what I'd
Nintendo.
be. That's what I'd be doing.
We're tagging
instead.
Nintendo on this. They're hearing
Yeah.
this one. We're
They
getting-
need to.
All right, that's our hustle for this one.
Like a battle royale, just drop them all in, like 150 of them, just do
Oh,
it.
dude,
Just marry
100 people
characters.
just.
You get Kirby. You get the little penguin guy
What
that's got
was
the
your
mallet and shit.
What was your character?
My character, dude, I loved Bowser a lot.
Okay.
Okay, you were a Bowser guy.
What was
Okay.
yours, Matt?
Honestly, I used to fuck around with some Kirby, and I used to
Yeah.
just fucking eat shit. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I was always like Link.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which one is that?
Link's like the smaller Zelda guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's the guy with
So he's got the sword.
He's got a sword
but
and
he's
shit.
quick.
Yeah.
So like Zelda is like a little bit like slower and like more majestic and all. Link's
Bowser's the tortoise guy, right?
Yeah,
Like,
he just
okay, I'm
fucking
thinking-
kills everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's just
that's
like-
why I liked him, because he just looks scary, and I'm like, this is intimidating. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm smashing buttons anyway, so
Yeah.
gotta look intimidating.
No, in college, dude, there's guys that they would like play for hours, and they were like, I wouldn't even touch a controller around them, dude.
We had
I
a
love that, man.
we had a tournament at my college. They gave away
Yeah,
like
same.
$250.
Did you get in on it?
I lost. I was out first round. I didn't stand a damn chance.
See, I like for the first 2 rounds, we had like a one that was like over 100 people, and for the first 2 rounds, like I drew some people that weren't good.
Oh,
and so like
boy.
I made it like the 3rd round, and then I faced like the guy that won it all, and like I don't even think I got like more than like 3 hits on him.
Yeah.
He just
Dang,
like
man.
destroyed.
That's the thing. I don't understand. Like Call of Duty, I know how to get good at that, but I don't know how to get good at.
Dude, it was
that.
all just quick button mashing and like knowing
That's-
combinations.
Yeah, see, that's my thing. Is that's all I do is just
Yeah.
smash those buttons, man.
Yeah, and
No
see, I'm more
rhyme or reason.
even like on boxing games and stuff. Like we have UFC in there and
Yeah.
stuff. Like there's like guys like that's how I guess I get beat because I'm a bigger guy, and like you know my whole thing is like I'd rather hit you with more powerful stuff and knock you out than hit you with like all these like quick jabs and stuff
Sure.
like that. So like I
You're
guess like even
applying
as a
real
boxer
world.
and a fighter, like I'd rather like just deliver a knockout punch. Than like hit you like all these body shots
Tire
and
'em,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You're applying real world logic to a video game. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, the gaming in here gets crazy because at night, like I just downloaded the Call of Duty stuff. I got the PS4 in my room, but I mostly use it for like Netflix
Sure,
and Hulu
sure.
and all that shit. But it'll be like 2 a.m. I'll wake up I'll just open my eyes or I wake up in the middle of the night and all of a sudden I hear Ethan just screaming in the living room, and then Dakota's room's right next to mine and he's screaming and
Yeah,
they're both playing with each
dude.
other. Or what they'll do is they'll have like a LAN setup or or whatever, they'll get like 3 or 4 damn TVs in our living room, and they'll just be fucking playing.
My boy Taylor's doing that now.
Yeah,
that's exact. They play with Taylor and John and all those guys.
Yeah.
The most lit video game though of all time between me and my roommate.
Here we go.
In college, FIFA.
You were a big FIFA
I never
guy?
got on the FIFA,
See,
but
I'm
everyone
bigger with
loved it.
Chill.
FIFA because like, I mean, it's kind of like chill, but I wasn't a chill guy.
I got
so
into
like,
chill. I did.
So like FIFA, dude, it's just like you got your teams and you're going at it, and like there's like we would turn rules off sometimes like slide blocking. So like you can more interrupt people and stuff like that. Like it's like definitely like a more like back and forth thing.
Street soccer.
But like me and my roommate in college, we'd go to the game room. We actually got kicked out a few times for like being too loud because it was just imagine 2 like minions having a fight.
I can imagine.
Like we weren't even speaking English. We were just like,
and he went to Trevecco where like you're not allowed to do a whole lot. It's very to the book with the Bible and all that stuff.
I mean, like video games and all, like they're one of the more liberal Christian universities, I would say, but like still like like it'd be like 10 o'clock at night, and me and my roommate are just just like yelling at each other, just like not speaking, just like. And just
I know all about that, man. I get fired up when I play video games.
But that stuff got lit.
Jeez.
Dude, I just want to point out this picture behind you, Matt. That I happen to love that picture, and I know the story.
You do know the story,
but feel free to tell anyone that you want to. But
it's been told 100 times on this podcast.
Were you at Live Oak for when we did the Boudreaux birthday bash?
No, I heard that people thought it was like a visitation service, right?
Yeah, so we were trying to get the picture to really make it like a visitation service.
It looks like one. It's kind of frightening a little bit.
Yeah, the picture just fucking stands there, and he was hammered when that was taken. Fucking Mexico will do that to you.
I was probably like 15 rounds of scotch in.
And my favorite part about it is that you cannot tell that unless you tell me that you were hammered. You look like you're taking a senior portrait, and it looks like you're totally sober.
With his Braves hat and his little mustache just hanging out.
You look like great. Carlos. You look that's what your name should be. Like,
it was funny last night. I've been drinking tequila. But last night we literally had a dude that looked like Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite, like
that's amazing,
boarding our plane, like talking to us. And I took a snapshot. I was like, "Why is Pedro working in the airport now?"
That's awesome. But yeah, for Tyler's birthday, we got wild, especially Co Wetzel and his crew were in town.
Yeah, nice.
And they popped by Live Oak and they found out it was Tyler's birthday, and we're good buddies with all those guys, and they heard it was Tyler's birthday. It got to the point where you could go to the bartenders at Live Oak and just tell them you're buying a drink for Tyler, and they knew exactly what to give you.
That's a good place to be in, man. I like that.
He was drinking
Knob Creek.
He was
100 proof.
He was just drinking glasses of
Speaking
scotch.
of whiskey, I really want to try that one, man.
You want to try it? Yeah.
How can I go about trying it?
There's a glass.
Oh, let me
there.
get it. You guys keep talking.
Yeah.
Tell them about the bourbon.
This is Willet. So Willet it's actually a family whiskey.
Your family?
No. But it's this is the pot still reserve, so they still make this in a pot still like you would back in like the old days or how like moonshiners do it.
I love that.
So it's funny because the last one we were talking about bourbon a lot too.
Just a nip. Just a little nip.
Just a little bit? All right.
I mean, you can give me a nice little 1 ounce pour or so. Let me see here. Keep it going. That'll be good. I got to go to the gym after this, so I can't be like belligerent.
So I'll join you in this quest.
Cool, man. I like it. And I got the Jack Daniels glass matching my Jack Daniels bandana, keeping everyone safe from the corona.
Okay. So, yeah, basically, this is a new bottle for me, but they came over from England, and they were I read the label earlier and, like, figured out their whole family history basically from it. But, yeah, it's like a family thing that they do, and it's passed down from generation to generation. They started in London. They came over here, and they started making bourbon in Kentucky. So, you know, if you would have been part of my birthday after a long time at Red Door that I thought was 20 minutes, but apparently it was like an hour and a half. Anyways, if you would have saw me at where were we at Dogwood, you would have saw my TED Talk on how bourbon's made and what the differences are.
Boy.
Ethan was sitting in the chair at Dogwood, the
Richard chair,
the dick chair that's over there.
Yeah.
And he was just sitting there hanging out, and Tyler pulled up a chair and was just telling, unwarranted or anything. Ethan wasn't even asking about it. Tyler went on a 20-minute
I'd already
rant.
given this to the whole bar, so I figured that they weren't there, so they had to know.
He was walking around the bar just telling people about bourbon and
That's
like
amazing,
pointing
dude.
at bottles that were behind the
I
bar.
want to see you drunk, dude, because I feel like like you become a different person. I love
dude,
that.
Did you hear the story about the road case?
We can tell this off
You
mic.
showed me the.
Yeah,
I think you showed me
I
the
showed you
video.
the- I think
or
I showed you
something.
Yeah, we can tell this one off mic.
He
Yeah.
wanted something. He got over the fence. He got what he
got
wanted,
it.
and then he got it to the
I
storage
was
unit.
blackout at that point.
I couldn't tell.
he
You
was-
seemed agile. You seemed like you were like Jason Bourne hopping that fence.
Dude, I don't know how the hell he made it, because I don't know how I would have made it over, and I was sober. I don't know how the hell
Listen,
I
there's
Your
there's
leg
a
was like perfectly tall enough to like.
yeah, I know. Dude, there's a part of me that if you tell me to do something and then get me really drunk,
Yeah.
like I'm a perfectionist already. Like I've
Yeah.
always like want to do that, like
Yeah.
be perfect and everything. So like if you get me drunk and then tell me to do something, there's a part of me that will go to the ends of the earth.
the saying of last year's birthday, "Mama didn't raise no bitch."
That's
that was
right.
Tyler's saying. We were at the Wild Beaver
I like
in 2019.
That's right, man.
It was
That's
wild.
right.
Dude. Speaking of Mama didn't raise no. Boy,
Hey,
Gary,
cheers.
bring it.
Let's
Cheers.
cheers.
I got my
Cheers.
water.
Cheers.
There we
Cheers,
go.
boys.
Stay
There you go.
hydrated. There you go. I want to hear what you think about that whiskey as well.
Dude, that's smooth. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like that a lot too.
Boudreaux's always good for some bourbon. So,
Now, is that
yeah.
like, sorry, pause real quick. Is that
you're
like
good.
a really expensive bottle?
I think it was like $45-$50.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No.
Tell the story of that one?
So this one is
It's autographed by the guy that made it.
Yeah,
Wow.
so this is the master distiller, Jimmy Russell. He's like been in the business for 60 years as a master distiller. Like him and his brother are like the like faces of Wild Turkey. So this is like Wild Turkey's like single barrel, like high. Like this is
So
like
that is an expensive bottle.
this is like $89 bottle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So and then once you add the signature on it, it's like
Yeah.
worth some good money. So,
Sure.
Yeah,
I
dude.
thought you were like curling your mustache there. I was like, oh,
I'm getting it on my
fancy.
mouth.
Yeah, I thought you were like, it's like fancy, like we curl our mustaches.
It's not that long yet, you know.
No, dude, I always tell people like I can't tell the difference between like house whiskey and like top shelf stuff. But honestly, if you like that, it was so smooth. I could
Yeah.
easily tell the difference.
Bourbon
there.
also like because of how it's aged and like it has to sit for like 4 years
Sure.
and like there's like so much criteria on it. I feel like a lot of bourbon, like especially the higher end stuff, you can tell because it goes down smoother,
Oh yeah.
you know. Like
100%.
I can obviously tell the difference between like Jack and like, you know, $10 whiskey.
Yeah, I don't know. After I have like 2 or 3 of them, it kind of just starts going down real easy. So
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah.
But if I'm just sitting around sipping on like some neat whiskey, then I can definitely tell a difference.
You know what I'm a snob about? Vodka.
Vodka? Really?
Vodka.
That one is one I'm very confident to myself. It all tastes like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, no.
I haven't had a drink in like 3 years. So
Of
like,
alcohol?
Yeah, I had to get sober, bro. I was going through not a bottle of this. I couldn't afford a bottle of that. I was drinking. I actually
Crystal's
have.
Palace vodka.
Oh, I wasn't drinking vodka. I was drinking whiskey.
Very old
I used to
brand.
drink Fighting Cock, 106
Oh,
proof.
what a name for a
It was like a poor man's Fireball. You can get a liter of it for like $14 up in New
God.
Jersey, and I used to go through like a bottle of that like every day or every other day.
That probably just
I don't-
rots your gut out.
Oh, dude, it was bad. It was like it was a poor man's Fireball, but a lot stronger, and it hit.
So
I
you
forget
haven't
what
had-
it is. There's one that I've found a few times that's like for a handle is like $10.99.
Yeah, man. Like you're talking like Crystal Palace, like the plastic bottles.
No, it is a glass bottle.
Oh wow! So
Like-
the bottle probably cost $5, and then like the vodka
I want to
costs.
say it's like it's not
Is it
very
Georgie?
Old, no, it's not. It's like very old Blanton's. It's like kind of like that name, but it's like a knockoff of
Man.
old Grandpa basically. But like
What is? I've never even heard of that. That just sounds bad.
old Grandpa is like it's a
Old Granddad.
Old Granddad.
Okay.
Old Granddad's like an old like bourbon that's now been bought by
Oh.
Jim Beam, and they're reviving that label.
You can go into
Gotcha.
like a sketchy liquor store, probably like the one that's down the street here, and you could get like a little fifth of it for like $6.
Like,
No,
even.
not Old
50
Granddad
cents.
anymore.
Really?
Old Granddad's like $20 now.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn hipsters making
Well,
everything popular.
it's Jim. Well, it's Jim Beam's bought the label now, so they're
Okay,
actually making
okay.
it good again.
All
But
right.
like, it's like old Blanton's or something like that. It's like old Barton's. That's what it is. Old
Oh,
Barton's.
Barton's.
God, dude, like it's like a handle is like $10.99, dude, and you cannot if you put a drop of that in a glass of Coke, it doesn't matter how big it is, you'll taste the
Yeah.
nastiness of that liquor.
Yeah, man. I remember back in high school drinking like plastic vodka bottles and like the stuff that you feel like after you drink it, you're going to go blind from it. Like that could peel like paint off of walls. That was what
Yeah.
we were drinking back in the day.
See, so our last gig that we had was at a mud park in South Mississippi. And they pop our
a mud park.
Wild country off-road. I'll show you videos and
Yeah.
shit. It was crazy.
redneck
park?
extravaganza.
That sounds amazing.
So they pop the trailer open. They pop the van door open. They're talking to us as like the owners, and they're like, "Y'all want this? Y'all want this?" And like Charlie and Gary are like, "Nah, we're good. We're good. We're good." We're all like playing video games. We're like, trying to chill before the show and all.
Sure.
And finally they go, "We got some homemade moonshine that was made out here in the campsite like an hour ago. You want some?" And Charlie goes,
Fresh
"No."
off the still.
Charlie goes, "No." And I like pop my head out of the van and I go, "I want a bottle, please."
Dude, and they drank this jar. It was
like the big mason jar of it.
That's the real deal out there too.
between like 4 or 5 of them, they drank the whole fucking jar.
In like a couple hours.
And he said, "Oh, there's a shiner. There's something.
There's
in
a
the
hammer
bottom.
in the bottle.
There's a hammer in the bottom.
You'll find a hammer, you'll be hammered if you drink this whole thing.
Oh.
Dude, that stuff, it was a lemonade flavored one.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that was so diluted. Like I felt like a little buzz, but I probably drank half the bottle.
Yeah.
Tyler, it was funny.
So
watching
it
him
wasn't
drink
like
it.
the.
I was
wasn't
just
like
sitting
the-
there just.
It wasn't like the 90% moonshine that you like see on the. Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for.
It wasn't.
I've had some of that stuff. It is no joke. Like,
Yeah.
have you had 151 rum before?
I've had 151 while turkey went out. That was legal.
Yeah.
That used to be my go-to.
That's what it's like. Like that's what a lot what it's like, man. I had some bandmates back in the day when I was one of my first bands I was in that made some. They didn't make it quite right. Like you have to have the ethyl and methyl alcohols balanced right. And they had to have this party, and this kid was like just chugging it, taking a shot of some Captain, chugging it. And he went to the hospital, man, because he was puking up blood.
Yeah.
So they made him a cake that said like, "Sorry, we almost killed you." Like his parents were not very happy about that.
I definitely like smelled it and like dipped my finger in to taste it before like I like actually like took a swig of it.
That can be dangerous
because
for
like
sure.
that's how like definitely like you got to do it with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, dude.
That shit can make you go blind.
Literally,
For real.
you'll
literally.
go blind. Yeah, there's all kinds of bad
For
stuff.
real, dude. It's crazy. But anyway, so
I
we're
do
talking
like
about
this whiskey, though.
Yeah, we're talking about Tyler saying, "Mama didn't raise no bitch." Mama didn't raise no. Song's gonna be coming out. Might already be out by the time this
Shout
thing
out
airs.
Garrett Biggs.
Garrett Biggs. So another Illinois boy. How did you and Garrett get to know each other? Because you two, I think I met you through Garrett.
Yeah, we're homies, man. I love Garrett like a brother. So we both are from Illinois.
Yeah.
I played in a lot of clubs up in there, and I played with a band called the Feudin' Hillbillies. I didn't play with them, but we played shows together.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, they're great, man. They've been around for like a decade, and they put
sound
on
like they
amazing
got to
shows.
have a banjo in that band.
They don't, surprisingly, but
Damn.
they have an amazing live show. So Garrett would play with them. He'd be like it'd be like a dual fronted thing, kind of. So I know the drummer really well. Him and I would bounce things off each other all the time. And I was moving down here, and he's like, "Hey, dude, you need to get with this cat, Garrett Biggs." And I was like, "Who is this guy?" I look him up. He's really young at the time. I swear he looked like he was like 12. He still looks like he's kind of
Yes,
12,
he
but
does.
he's got facial hair now, so it changes his age a little.
His little goatee.
Dude, that thing's so adorable. No, but I moved down here, and he moved down, and we contact each other. We're like, "You need to get together." And he moved away for a while, so I never met him. But when he moved back, we started writing, and now we write like almost once a week, it seems like. So I love writing to Garrett. Him and I, we just click really well, and I think
Garrett's a great dude.
he's about to turn a new leaf in this music thing for himself. I think this song's going to be huge for him. So.
Yeah, dude, and it's cool you guys both being from Illinois to have that familiarity. Like, where there are a lot of Midwestern folks here.
Yeah.
Whether it's Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, Wisconsin, Indiana, like there's a lot of y'all here that are making some waves. Everybody talks about the Georgia boys, the Carolina crew, the Texans, all those guys. But there's some folks.
Well, even
coming out
you
of the
got like
Midwest.
guys like going back to like Brett Eldridge and all those guys like coming out of Illinois.
Paris, Illinois.
Drew Baldridge. He's a big Illinois guy.
Mo Pitney. Forget where he's from. Somewhere up in the north of Illinois. But yeah.
One of my favorite bars to play at is up in Chicago. Joe's on Weed Street.
Joe's on Weed is like one of our favorite gigs.
Funny you should say that.
We went like the night before they were having like their corporate like Halloween party.
Yeah.
And so like we play. I got pictures of it and I'll show you later. But like we played and there's just like skeletons and like ghosts and spiders like hanging from the ceiling. It's kind of funny.
So do y'all know Ed Worm?
I probably know his face.
He's like the owner of
Joe's
Live, Joe's on Weed, Bub City, Carol's Pub. He puts on the Windy City Smokeout.
Yeah.
That was fun. I got to do that last year with Muscadine. That was a lot of fun.
I would love to do that.
We were the first band to actually open up the whole kick-a-boodle last year. It was a lot of fun.
So funny you guys bring that up. I was actually supposed to play at it's called Emerald Isle this Thursday and Friday, but it's canceled now. But they're like associated somehow.
Yeah.
The owner of that and Joe's but yeah, that's I've been up in that area many times.
Yeah, the live music scene is definitely big up there. Which
Oh,
I see you and Garrett. Like Garrett's out all the time. You're out quite a bit. Where you guys are bouncing back up there to Illinois, to Indiana. Like so it's kind of cool. You guys have your bases up there,
Sure.
but you're still down here doing the industry thing. How often? How does that all work with going back up there and playing gigs?
Man, it's I've made that drive so many times I could do it in my sleep now.
That's how I am going back to Alabama.
Yeah, it's something that I try not to do too much because I did come down here for a reason. Like I'm in Nashville to do the Nashville thing. I do want to keep in contact with people up there. I do want to keep the fans engaged. So I go up once a month pretty much is what I'm trying to limit myself to. That first year that I was here and the dead season hit, I was definitely going up like once every other week because I didn't know how to cope with it. And I could make good money up there. They pay a lot better up there because it's more in demand. But yeah, I don't know. I love my Illinois people, but I don't want them to think that I'm struggling down here and that I need to come up to make money.
Absolutely,
you know? So
yeah.
I want to keep them entertained, but I also want to come up with not the same set every time. I want to come up and be like, all right, here's 5 new originals I wrote. So check out what I've been working on. And the response to the original stuff's been great. I'm super excited to get some music out. I'm just waiting for the right time. So that'll be coming soon, hopefully before the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I like hearing that, dude.
Yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah. Because we would love. Now, do you have anything out right now?
I have no music out. Just like Instagram and YouTube stuff, but I don't know. I'm very much a perfectionist. You were saying that earlier, and I'm not gonna rush into anything just because I'm getting impatient, you know. So
Right.
I want a song to slap me in the face and be like, "This is the one."
Yep.
And I've been getting some like that.
So since I haven't seen you like full on like live and like I don't know like the full production like background and everything for you, your influences, you seem like you're more on the rock side.
Yeah, I mean.
Like the rock, like you grew up with like rock with some country.
Dude, I listen to everything from Beatles to, you know, one of my brother's favorite bands that I listen to with him all the time is Creed and Pearl Jam.
Okay,
Oh,
hell
yeah.
yeah.
So I definitely, like, my first band was rock. It was actually funk rock. It was our original stuff.
Funk rock?
But we played a lot of rock stuff, like Chili Peppers and, like, Goo Goo Dolls and Matchbox 20, like, 90s stuff, you know, and Metallica. And I was never, like, a thrasher rocker. That was never my style. I love harmonies. That's one of my favorite things in a band. I love the Beatles. That's still one of my favorite bands of all time. Yeah. So just their songwriting, pretty much everything about them, how influential they were. And I don't really have one main focus. I think that's why it's taken me so long to get music out too, is because I don't know what my sound is going to be yet. I'm just playing around with everything. So I think what I'm going to do is potentially put out like 3 songs, you know, like a rock oriented kind of party fun song, a pop kind of oriented song, not all the way pop, and then a ballad. I've already got those 3 kind of picked out for the most part, but I kind of want to put out some random stuff and just see what people really latch on to, and then let the people kind of dictate what direction I take. Because I love all music, man.
Which is what's so cool about how the industry is right now. You
100%.
can get music out there, and you don't have to pay all this money to get it to radio. You don't that side of things. Like, it's becoming so much easier for you guys as creatives to get your shit out there, and
Absolutely.
a lot easier for consumers like myself on our end to find your stuff.
Absolutely.
You know, which is really cool. And there's no like cookie cutter like, this is country, this is rock,
Nope.
this is pop. It's all
More
because
diverse than ever.
we all grew up on a variety of shit. Like I grew up listening where some of my first CDs I ever bought were a mixture of Kenny Chesney's No Shoes, No Shirt, No Problems and the Metallica Black Album. And then the Chili Peppers, that 2-disc where it was like the
And then
Jupiter
Boyz
and the
II Men, and then
and then throwing Biggie on, and then throwing people like that where like it's
Yeah.
the hip hop. Where like you want to play music that's gonna sound good to you is gonna be the shit that you like.
You probably
know?
grew up with a lot of Biggie and Pac. You're from the northeast.
I actually grew up with a lot more like rock stuff, believe it or not. Like I
If you
grew
put
up
him
like,
in the car, he is going to turn into Octane
or Turbo.
Or Turbo for XM. So it's just like the hard rock stuff.
So it's a lot of Godsmack, a lot of things like that. But then at the same time, like I'll jam to some, jam to some Biggies, to some of that early like Puff Daddy stuff. Like I've been in a real '90s hip hop kick lately. I don't know why, which is what's crazy too. Sometimes we just get these kicks of just listening to the same shit, like where you really want
My thing was like whenever I could start buying CDs for myself. So like I grew up like we had one country radio in our town and it played like Johnny Cash, like Dwight Merle, like all that kind of stuff.
Old school stuff.
Yeah, and then it would play like every now and then like Beer for My Horses or like something that was newer, but like a lot of the stuff like they were very much like old school country oriented. It was like one of the Oak Ridge Boys is from that town, and he kind of played into that a little bit, you know?
Lots of banjo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But then, like, whenever I started buying, like, what I wanted to buy and, like, listening to, like, I was listening to stuff like Gucci, Lil Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
Soulja Boy, Birdman. Like, all that kind of stuff. Like, honestly, a lot of, like, New Orleans. I was, like, 3 hours from New Orleans. So, like, a lot of, like, New Orleans, like, rap. Yeah. And, like, that Southern, even Houston with, like, what's the guy sings Grills?
Dude, I'm so removed from that world.
Rick.
I kind of hate it.
I'm guessing it's Grills with a Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea then.
Grills with an S with the dollar sign through
But it's
it.
like a lot of like Latin infused like rap and like bounce rap. So it was infused by like New Orleans scene, and then like, you know, being from Atlanta, like T.I. and, you know, your who's the other guy that sings Yeah with Little John?
Usher.
Usher, East Side Boys, like a lot of those guys, you know, like whenever I could actually listen to music that I wanted to, like that's what I like gravitated to heavily in high school. And then like as I've moved back to Nashville, like when I moved here, I honestly hated country music.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't listen to it. And like as I found people like Isbell and Childers and, you know, of course guys like Muscadine and, you know, guys like y'all that are the like, well, I've heard called as like the underbelly of the country world. Sure. You know, that's kind of where I've more gravitated, and even into like Southern rock, like Stillwoods, Whiskey Myers, you know, all that kind of stuff.
100%, man. Yeah, I was very much into like the rap game whenever I was in high school, like Lil Wayne, Drake.
It's all these personalities that make it so much cooler.
And see, for us, it was when Lil Wayne was good before he kind of like went like off the tracks a little bit. And weird.
See, I was in like middle school when that happened. Like,
it was like the Carter 2, Carter 3.
Yeah.
He was supposed to die like 10 years ago, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like, they've said that for like ever, man. Like but now he's talking about going back out on tour and like putting out new music.
He released new albums.
Oh, did he?
Well, he did that whole thing where he went out with Blink.
Oh yeah, with Travis Barker.
Because he wanted to try to rock. Who was the guy that he did a song?
Well, he used to do the whole thing with
like a rock star.
Yeah,
Lollipop. He played like that, like in the thing, and then what is it, Prom Queen?
Yeah. He had a couple that he tried to go like rock with.
He like literally had a whole album where he was playing guitar on it, and it was pretty bad. Looking back at it, it was not the greatest guitar playing.
But at the time, everybody
for him, it was like, holy crap, this rapper's playing guitar. What the hell?
Yeah, and at the time, it was probably like his influence from like the label and whatnot was probably like, all right, you need to try this out, because it's probably like the same thing that's going on with a lot of musicians right now with country music. Like, talk about like Lit is going country, like the band that did like My Honest and Me.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of those people that are doing that.
And then you've got
Aaron Lewis kind of kicked it off, because Aaron Lewis was like one of the first people.
Steven Tyler's put out a country single.
Yep.
You've got Kobe Calais doing the Gone West thing.
Yeah.
You've got who's another? There's another one that one of the guys from Three Doors Down, Justin. He's been playing a lot of writers rounds and stuff in town.
Brian
Adams?
No, Luttrell.
I was gonna say Brian Luttrell.
He's one of the Backstreet Boys. Like he went Christian, but his son's now doing country.
Yeah, he did Whiskey Jam a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And the Backstreet Boys, that's another one.
Oh, they've kind of done a country thing too with Florida Georgia Line.
Yeah, it's just how big the genre's going. But it's cool that there's no real like borders.
It's
when
more
it comes
accepted
to music
than ever right now, I think.
And
I love that.
And it's only going to keep going in that direction, which makes you guys as creatives like y'all have a bigger palette. Like you don't have to be trying to like write
narrow.
That was my thing. So like I come from the Christian background, going to Trebek and all that kind of stuff. Like with songwriting, like that's what I moved to Nashville was guitar and songwriting, but in the Christian aspect. And like honestly, like a year and a half, 2 years into being here, like I just completely stepped away and have stepped away since then, just because I felt so limited in what I could say and stuff. And like, you know, with writing secular music, as what we would call it, like, you know, you can write about anything, and, you know, you can be real about stuff. You don't have to sugarcoat, or you don't have to worry about, like, you know, the theology of what you're saying and stuff like that.
Sure.
So it's great that, you know, you can say what you want and you can, like, make it how you want.
Sure, man. Yeah.
Musically.
I love that, dude. Yeah. I love how diverse it's gotten.
Yeah, dude. Oh, for sure. Now, are you on Twitter at all?
I am on Twitter. I don't access it hardly ever, though.
Okay, so what we like to try to do with
Did
these,
you used to?
we like to dig up. We like to find like,
Oh, boy.
tweets, like funny
Sure.
tweets.
Yeah, no,
nothing's gonna
we
get
can
you in
totally
trouble.
do that.
Nothing's gonna get you in trouble. Boudreaux's gonna do some.
I think I
digging
have
and stuff.
3 Twitters.
All right,
You have
which one's your
3?
main one?
I'll tell you the one that's got the
Which
oldest
one's your
ones.
oldest one?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Give me
That's
one.
the good one.
We want like
I gotta-
middle school, like high school.
I'm telling you, I
Clayton
never
Shay.
touched this at all. So hold on a second.
Because we've had some guests that are like notorious like drunk tweeters. Like they love to just get
All right.
fucked up and tweet.
CWID 11. That's my.
What is it?
CWID. So CWID 11. Capital C. I don't know if that matters in the Twitter world.
Nah.
That should be like the oldest one. You find it?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Join September 2011, so right after high school, right?
Yeah, that would be
When did you graduate high school?
2011.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
We're same class.
Yeah, I was.
I'm honestly like a little nervous about what's about to surface here.
Nah, he keeps it. He fine. He fine.
No, I want you. Please dig up any dirt you
This
have.
is a great one from
Just
2014.
nothing that's gonna get me in trouble.
2014.
I just spent the day in Middle Earth with Gleep Gloop and the Fluke D-Dupes. Hashtag shit Paul Rudd says.
Oh my god.
Fucking Paul Rudd, bro.
That's one of my favorite quotes, man. I'm telling you right now, it's Role Models with Paul Rudd and
Dude,
you know what I'm talking about whenever
Oh,
they
wait.
love that movie.
You have to explain this one.
Oh boy.
Well, ... Last night I ate a plastic grape.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember that very vividly actually. There was this
great.
there was this party, surprisingly I remember it vividly. There was this party where we had like this this is probably not anything you could get away with now, but it's like dressed like a country themed. Like you get assigned like
What City Hawkins dance type stuff?
You're from Africa, you're from
Oh, that
Asia.
one.
You could never get away with it now.
What country were you?
I don't remember. I really don't remember. But this person was dressed like they were from Africa, and they had like a fruit basket on top of their head, full of fake fruit. And I was just like so drunk. I was like, grapes. And I just started picking the plastic grapes off and eating them.
That's
and people
great.
were like slapping them out of my hand, like, no, don't. And I was like, nah, I'm eating these grapes. I was so determined. I think I was also that night was I was pulling bottle caps off with my teeth. I was just
One of those nights. Okay.
Yikes.
it was not my best times ever in college, but
hey, man, that's what college is for. It's you do some dumb shit.
I'm
you
just
learn.
glad I have my molars still and my intestines aren't packed
This
full
is,
of plastic grapes.
This is a great one.
When's this one from?
1/30/14. January 30th, 2014.
Okay.
I've never been known for giving good PowerPoints. When we used overheads, I was known for giving good overhead. My psych teacher.
My psych teacher, dude. I remember that. This is great. I should do this more often, man. I love this. Bringing back old memories. He said that in the middle of a lecture hall to like 300 people. And like nobody got it. It was crickets. But this professor and I were like, we saw eye to eye because I loved his sense of humor and we're both smart asses. So like anytime he had something smart to say, he'd like look up at me in the lecture hall and be like, Clayton, anything to say? Like, yep, I got you, bro.
That's awesome. Oh man.
Any other golden nuggets in there, man? You got me like all in, man. I love this.
You gotta be careful. Boudreaux's got a couple Twitter trolls out there in the Twitterverse.
Yeah,
so
these are great.
He might jump
This
in
is
there.
a good one. I like to oot oobles and banunus.
What's that?
It's a song.
It's what is it? Sesame Street?
Yeah.
I
It's like
like to eat eeples and baninis.
Yeah, dude.
It's any whatever value you use.
You have
I like
to replace
oat,
that.
Opals and bananas, apples and bananas.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's a good one, man.
My professor says whack off one more time. I'm out of here.
I remember that, but I don't remember what professor it was. But they kept saying like "whack off." I was like, "What are you using that term for? What possibly? You just got to be a different."
Where'd you go to college?
Illinois State.
Okay.
Redbirds.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
Not the Fighting Illini?
No, that's U of I. I wasn't privileged enough for that one.
Oh.
Yeah, government funding didn't help me out with that one.
Yeah. Who's the D Brown? That guy.
D Brown, the point guard?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what happened to him, but
He flunked hard in the NBA.
He was good in college. He was like the most clutch dude ever. D for 3, man. That's what it was. D for 3. Yeah. Then Myers Leonard came through, and he just like totally made everyone forget about D Brown.
I don't know if this is a good one, but this is hilarious to me.
Bring it out. I'm ready.
My anthropology professor just smacked herself in the face, making me happy because I wanted to do that to her since day one.
Anthropology.
Anthropology.
I was gonna say, what the fuck's anthropology? Anthropology.
I would take that class, but no, anthropology. Yeah, I'm trying to remember who that would have been, but yeah, it was. Man, I had a couple really weird professors. Man, like that one, I remember him smacking himself in the face.
Were you a history major or something?
No, I was a sociology major.
Okay, because I was going to guess with the anthropology. That's why
we had to take anthropology too.
Oh, like a gen ed?
It was like there was some crossover basically,
Okay.
but yeah, I had one teacher that was a marriage and family professor, and she was in acting, so she had like this fake fall she did, and she did it for us on the last day where she just like collapsed on the floor.
Oh, that's great.
It's weird, man. Professors are weird.
They are.
Really.
They are.
Yeah, they are, dude.
I had some ones like legit. So I didn't finish college because I got a job and started making money. And after 5 years of not having a degree, I was like, you know what? Money's nice for right now. Also, it came to the point where I'd have to pay for everything out of pocket. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to go work for a little bit and then I'll go back.
Yeah, 100%.
Never. But I have a professor that was an economics professor. And I've heard rumors that she has retired. And so now I want to go back to college.
There you go.
That was how bad of a professor.
Man, I had a couple like that too.
I also had a professor in like, I forget what class. It was a music business class, but I'd like just taken like copyright law. Oh, it was publishing. Yeah, it was publishing.
Okay.
And I got 110 in the class without doing any homework. And I just made 100 on tests, but I had so much extra credit from like correcting him during the semester for stuff that he didn't know.
Oh, wow.
That I made 110 in the class.
There you go.
Because like he just couldn't do basic math.
Damn. Yeah. No, that's crazy.
That's not a good quality to have as a professor.
Yeah, I made it out of college and stuff. I went to a private school.
I got like
up in
6
Jersey,
classes left.
So it was an experience for sure. But hey, if I didn't go to that college, I didn't get involved in the college radio station, I wouldn't have gotten into country radio.
Dude,
I wouldn't have met Dave Hengley, who convinced me to move down here, and I wouldn't be
you
down
can
here
never
with y'all.
regret any
I mean,
of
if
your
I didn't
steps,
go
man.
to college, I wouldn't have moved to Nashville.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have did 3 years doing sound there and wouldn't be doing what I do now. So
And I wouldn't be paying back a shit ton of loans,
That's
you know?
right. Where would my $170 a month go if I didn't have to put it in the government's pocket?
Dude, absolutely. I'm right there with you.
My
Alcohol.
thing is, man, like I got my bachelor's and I was all into school. I loved school, man. Like my major specifically was writing like the smallest amount of pages was 12-page papers, and my senior thesis was a 56-page
What was your major again?
Sociology.
Oh God.
The minor in psych. So my senior thesis was a 56-page paper, but I loved it, man.
Yeah.
I loved writing papers, and I just loved the detail-oriented side of it and thinking about how people function. And I was geared up to go into graduate school. I was ready to go. I was going to be a clinical counselor. That was what I was going to do. I had passion in it. But this music thing was kind of kicking off, and I had a couple of professors I was really close with, and I was like, oh, man, am I messing up here? Am I doing something wrong? They're like, no, you can always go back to school. Like, pursue your passion selfishly.
That's awesome.
And like for them to tell me that was major, man. And I'm so glad I did it.
Yeah. Now that sociology, psychology background, do you think that helps you with songwriting at all?
Oh yeah, man.
With opening up and like being able to describe situations and describe the states that people are in and things like that?
So 2 ways I can think of off the top of my head are one, it helped me to be able to see things from other people's perspectives, to be able to write with people that, for example, girl writers talking about boys. Like I obviously don't have any experience with that, but I can place myself into their shoes and see it from their perspective. That's one thing it taught me. Another thing is the writing the papers was like kind of like telling a story a lot of times. You had to go from A to B and with as much style as possible. And that's kind of what you do in songwriting. You're trying to get from A to B in the most stylish way you can and attract attention to it, you know? And so I think that helped me, especially with being detail oriented and seeing something through fruition and just seeing how it would play out from beginning to end.
Yeah, no, dude. That's because as soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, this makes sense now.
Yeah,
like with how your writing styles are.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm I'm not like somebody who's always analyzing people. At least I try not to, but it also helps just with making connections too. Like being out and networking, like you see it from a different perspective whenever you have some training in how people behave in social settings. So it's definitely helped.
Absolutely.
I use it. I haven't used it for a career specifically, but I kind of use it for my career in a way.
Oh yeah, no, dude, that's how I feel with having a communications degree. Like
everything's applicable in some way.
Yeah, my goal was to be the voice on the radio. My goal was to be like a Bobby Bones or somebody like that, and can't do that anymore. But we got a microphone here, and learning.
Not that you can't do it, but
but it's just hard. It's just hard, man, with the way the industry's.
We're doing it right now, dude.
Yeah, exactly. We're doing it our way, which is cool, dude. So
I would have never imagined sociology would lead me to a table here with y'all, and that's pretty cool too.
Drinking some good bourbon.
I'll cheers to that. You got any left in there? You got a nip. Cheers,
I still
boys.
got some more
Cheers.
water. Yeah, this St. Patrick's Day is cool. Pretty freaking different. You would not think of.
Should have had a bottle of Jameson. Sorry.
Hey, man, it's all good. I love this whiskey. It's super good.
It's okay. Wild Turkey actually sends all their shit to Jameson, so we learned that on the last podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all their barrels after they use them once, because for bourbon you can only use it once. So for whiskey you can use it 5 times or 100 years, whichever comes first.
Oh, wow.
So they sell their once used barrels off to whiskey companies. So like a lot of Scotch companies and Jameson buy barrels.
I had no idea.
That way they don't just go to waste.
That's smart.
Learn something new every day, right?
That's right.
And they're not expensive. So therefore, that's why Jameson isn't expensive.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, dude. So for 2020 now, you were talking you were going to be wanting to learn a little bit more. What are some goals you got right now? I mean, I know all this crazy shit's going on, but
Man, I always go into the New Year's with these goals, like everybody does, but I try to set realistic ones. Last year, I made the mistake of setting super unrealistic goals. This year, I'm trying to put some in front of me that are attainable. So I want to get better at guitar. I've always been just a strummer. I've played for like 16 years, and I haven't progressed in like the last 15. So once I started singing, I was just like, all right, we'll just strum. But that's something I definitely want to get better at. Harmonies, I want to get better at. Songwriting, of course. I want to get myself in better shape. Just some of those things. Okay. Make more connections.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. So, where can people go to find out more about you and stuff? I know you're gonna be doing that Upstar Couch Concert series, and you're very active on social media with posting new stuff. I always love when you post, whether it's a cover or whether it's a snippet of an original that you're proud of. Man. Like, I love watching all your stuff. So, what are those accounts? Yeah,
so Instagram and Facebook are my main ones. Instagram's Clayton Shay Music. I think actually Facebook is too. My Twitter's the only one that's different. It's Clayton Shay Solo. So that's probably why I got a bad taste in my mouth. I couldn't get that Clayton Shay Music for whatever reason. I think it was too long or something. But yeah, Instagram and we'll be getting some music out soon. I've been talking with my producer and he's excited about a couple songs. So just waiting for right timing and the whole process works. So
trust the process.
That's
as
right,
they set
man.
up in Philadelphia. Now they got a great NBA team. So
100%.
Yeah, dude. So we always wrap this thing up with our guest playing a song for us.
Yeah.
You got a pretty big catalog. What song you want to play for us today? You grab your guitar in just a minute.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do this one that I've been really excited about. I wrote with John Kraft, Taylor Phillips, and Garrett Jacobs. He was on American Idol.
Yeah, Garrett actually did a run with us down in Louisiana.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a very good dude. And Desiree, his whole crew, they're
awesome.
good people.
That whole crew's great.
So John asked me to write with him and Garrett Jacobs, and we wrote a song in about 2 hours, and we're wrapping up, and John's like, hey, Taylor wants to come write with us. Is that cool? And Garrett's like, who's Taylor? He's like, well, he wrote Hurricane, Good As You, Homesick, and Garrett's like, yeah, let's do it. So we wrote 3 songs in like a matter of 5 hours.
That's awesome.
So this one that I'm about to play is the last one that we wrote, and it took us literally like an hour and a half to write. It just kind of fell out of. So it was
What's
great.
it called?
I kind of just recently named it Girl Like You. I don't really know what it's going to be called, but I think that's probably what it's called. So yeah, it's got a long title. Before it was Where's a Girl Like You Come From, but that's way too long.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm thinking Girl Like You, but
Maybe some parentheses in there.
yeah, it's one that's a little more pop oriented. I'm just kind of playing around with different stuff. So Yeah,
Okay.
it's one I'm excited about.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, dude.
and those are great dudes to be writing with, dude.
Oh man,
I'm glad
I was
to hear.
pumped to get in that ring, man.
Dude, those are and craft. You were talking about those. You were talking about craft singles and
Yeah.
stuff. That's one of our boys.
Dude, I've been telling him since day one. I'm like, dude, you got to do like the Luke Combs art, like the graphic, like the animated graphic for your album, and have it be a craft single package, and have the slices of cheese coming out, and each one's a single. It's like, here's the one slice of cheese. It's this song.
There's your album art right there. Yeah, dude.
I think that'd be brilliant.
No,
but-
dude, it's awesome. But hey, man, so girl like
let's
you,
do it.
right? Awesome. Well, thank you guys for listening to this week's edition of the In the Round podcast, episode 41.
Yeah.
Badass, Boudreaux. We did another one. Get through
Yeah.
this quarantine thing. You got your bourbon. I got my stuff over there in the corner. I got lots of water. We got beaver nuggets still. We're getting through this
Barely.
thing. Barely.
We're
We're
getting through
running
those.
low on beaver
Thanks
nuggets.
for giving me a beaver nugget.
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
dude.
of
Such
course.
low supply.
Of
Those
course,
things.
bro.
We stopped at a Buc-ee's one night late after a show, 1, 2 a.m. stop, and those are always dangerous. And we stopped at the Buc-ee's, and
Munchies and Buc-ee's are fucking dangerous. Munchies when you're chilling after a show and you're getting a little toasty and getting the munchies. This place is freaking dangerous.
Is Buc-ee's like a Love's kind of?
it is three times the size of Love.
We'll show you. We'll show you.
I know what it
pictures,
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a Walmart gas station,
Yeah.
basically.
Dude, we'll show you. Yeah, dude.
It's
fucking,
amazing.
It's fucking insane. But we're stocked up here. Thank you guys for listening to another episode.
Yeah.
In the Round Podcast on Instagram. Where on Twitter, Tyler?
In the Round Pod.
Pod, P-O-D.
Too long to get podcasts,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
freaking Twitter,
And
man.
then, yeah, and then we've got you can follow me at Matt Brill, at Just a Wandering Tyler. We've also got stuff on YouTube.
Like you're lost, not like you're thinking.
Not like you're thinking. and yeah, so you guys can check out all that content. Again, still waiting to get word from our friends over at Live Oak on when operations are going to be opening up and whatnot. But y'all stay tuned for the details. We'll be bringing
Once
writers'
again,
rounds back out.
our resident redneck.
Yeah, Jacob, he's a little busy, so Tyler's gonna be working on the website. So we should have an In the Round podcast website for y'all.
Go learn coding, so we'll see how this goes.
We'll see how it goes. Now, without further ado, putting a bow on the episode, y'all give it up. Listen to our boy, Mr. Clayton Shay. Here is Girl Like You. Y'all have been listening to the In the Round podcast.
You got that beautiful. I ain't ever seen small town unusual. Right out of my dreams. Yeah, my whole life for you. Spend every day praying for you. Oh yeah, you know I gotta know. So baby, where's a girl like you come from? Up there in the clouds are straight out of the sun. Looking like an angel would has got done. Baby, where's a girl like you come from? It's gotta be heaven. It's gotta be heaven. It's gotta be heaven. It's gotta be heaven. You're such a miracle. With your eyes so green, your kiss is spiritual. Every time it saves me. You got the heart I wanna hold. Got me feeling like I'm walking on streets of gold. Oh yeah, you know I gotta know. So baby, where's a girl like you come from? Up there in the clouds are straight out of the sun. Looking like an angel would has got done. Baby, where's a girl like you come from? It's gotta be heaven. It's gotta be heaven. It's gotta be heaven. It's gotta be heaven. So baby, where's a girl like you come from? Up there in the clouds are straight out of the sun. Looking like an angel, what has God done? Baby, where's a girl like you come from? Baby, where's a girl like you come from? It's gotta be heaven. It's gotta be heaven. It's gotta be heaven. It's gotta be heaven.